Hello everyone, this is Hinukan, and today we are going to be talking about all the boats and the light helicopter in Sunkenland. Now, in this test we're going to see what the top speed and the handling is like in every one of the boats. So that said, let's get right to it. Now before we get started, I do want to show you that every boat has the same storage capacity. So just because you build the more expensive, more advanced boat, you are not going to get more storage. Now, the exception to that is the jet ski. It actually does not have a chest on it, so it has no storage. But the light helicopter, this thing, it's got storage. This is the one that you want for when you're finally going to go raid bases. So keep that in mind. But now, let's go ahead and get to the boat test. The very first boat we're going to talk about is the paddle boat. Now the paddle boat is something you can build in your inventory. Right off the start, you don't have to unlock it with a blueprint. So, you'll either be using this or the sailboat. Both of these are the two that you don't need blueprints for. Now, let's see how fast this thing is. I am going at normal speed. I'm not pressing the sprint button, which would make me pedal faster. So this is normal speed. And you see we can get to the mid 50s. Now I'm going to sprint, so I'm pedaling faster. And we should be able to get, about mid 70s. I have seen this thing hit almost 80 before when I had like a weird jump. But overall, you see mid 60s, mid 70s. That's about your speed. Now, we'll go ahead and turn right, hard right. It does have a good bit of a turn radius. We'll turn hard left. I am turning with the sprint button held down. There you go. One more time. And, handles like a paddle boat. Now, that said, let's move on to the sailboat. Alright, now as I said before, the sailboat is also a boat you have in your inventory. You don't need to unlock with the blueprint. So let's go ahead and get it out here in the water. The sailboat doesn't have a sprint function or a speed up because it has a sail. Now the sailboat, true to its name, there is a special thing with this. If you see the little wind indicator flag to our left, you'll notice that we're actually sailing against the wind. So we're going slower. If we had the wind to ourselves or we were going with the wind, we would be going faster. So let's try that now that we see that our normal against the wind speed is about between mid 40 and with a spike of sometimes up into the low 50s. But first, here is a hard turn to the right. See, not too bad. Here's a hard turn to the left, going all the way back. And as soon as we get to the wind, the wind is to our sails. And there you see, we should be getting upwards of 70. So anywhere between high 60, low 70s. That said, let's go to the next boat. This time we'll take out the first power boat. Alright, here's the first motor-driven boat that you'll probably find in the game. This is a blueprint. You don't start with this. So that said, let's go ahead and take it out. We'll start off with normal power at first, and then I'll hit full throttle here after we hit top speed. So top speed at normal throttle, about the low 80s, low to mid 80. Here we go at full throttle. And you can see now we're getting into high 90s, low 100. Take a hard right. I am keeping the throttle all the way open when I do this. You can see a pretty drastic amount into the turn. We'll do a left turn with regular throttle. So this is not fully open throttle here. But the turn radius is still pretty wide. We'll go ahead and get it back pointed toward our dock. And let's go ahead now and try out the jet ski. Alright, here's the jet ski. Now, as a reminder, this is a blueprint vehicle, again, and it also does not have a storage chest on it. It's also a single player riding boat, whereas the paddle boat is 2-person and the sailboat is 4-person. That said, let's go ahead and take the jet ski out. Now I'm at regular throttle. I don't have it wide open. So about we're hitting mid 140, getting up 50s. So low 150. Now let's actually go full throttle. I was about to say I have seen this thing hit 200, so we're in the low 200s. 210s, give or take. Let's go ahead and take a turn at full throttle. As you can see, just like a jet ski, you can drift this thing around. Its maneuvering is very tight, so even at full throttle, I don't have to worry. I can get right back to where I'm going. So if you want something that'll get you to where you're going very fast on the water with extremely agile handling, go for a jet ski. With that said, let's move on to the Jetstream. Now this is the Jetstream. It has a chest, it's a 4-person boat, and it is a blueprint unlock. Usually about mid-tier and up is where you'll start to find this boat blueprint, at least in my experience. Same way with the jet ski, that's where I found it, was about mid-tier islands. But that said, take it out for a spin. So just like every other boat, we'll start off at regular throttle. Regular throttle, you'll see that takeoff was very fast. So it gets up to speed very quickly. And so we'll say 115, 118. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up. And we should, we'll clear 140. But as with every other boat, we'll go ahead and start a hard turn to the right. It handles like a boat. What can I say? Go. We're going to go ahead and go all the way around. We'll use the left turn at regular throttle to give you a feel for that. And left turn, regular throttle. Not too bad. But, I mean, it's still a boat. But, that said, let's go ahead now and move on to the fast marine boat, which you might be surprised by the handling on this boat right here. Here we are with the fast marine boat. Again, it does have storage. It's a 4-person boat. Let's get on it. Now, regular speed, like the Jetstream, it gets up to speed very fast. At about 105, 110 if you get some air. But yeah, you're probably safe to say about 105 is your top. But let's open it up. Full throttle. And we're going to see 130, yeah. Okay, we're going to take a hard right turn. And if you notice, this one's turning radius is actually much tighter, as you would kind of expect. Oh, hey guys, from this style of boat. So then if I let go of open throttle and we go back down to normal, you can see even left turn, it's sharp. Right turn, very sharp. So boat-wise, if you want something with a lot of, capacity, take 4 of your friends, has good speed and very good handling, well, aim for the fast marine boat if you can get it. But now we are going to talk about the one that is not a boat, but will take us to the air, the light helicopter. The light helicopter is a 2-person vehicle, and its controls are a little bit complicated at first for some if you haven't actually flown in games or anything like this. But overall, I personally think it handles very well, though I've flown many aircraft in many different games, so that's just me. But this is at regular throttle, which get you, if you're at a decent pitch, about 204. Now let's go ahead and move forward on the handle bit. You're not going to be using sprint in this. This is all about pitch. So, as you can see, comfortable 213, not diving too hard. We can go ahead and circle around the island here. There we go. Now, you can dive down fairly hard since we got a lot of altitude. Should be able to easily break, oh, I don't know, 230. There we are. 240. And we still got room to dive even further. Then we go to a straight course. Get about 260. And with still air to spare before we get having to land. And we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll descend with S. And there we go. Now that said, I do hope this video was helpful to you. And if it was, then please, as always, consider subscribing, leaving a comment, and leaving a like. Also hit that notification bell because it helps you know when I put out videos, which I put out pretty often. But anyway, I do thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.